Hey, beautiful people, it's Bionca here, as you may know by now. So I just want to say, hey, thank you for number one, pressing play. Number two, I'm still new to making YouTube videos, and I am really enjoying this. So I'm recording for my iPad right now, and I'm sure you don't want to hear about that. So anyway, I'm going to get straight to the point that I want to make. So today I want to talk about victims versus creators, because over the past, maybe I want to say 5 years, I have lost a lot of friends. And I have lost these friends because I am not the same person that I was 5 years ago. And some people don't grow. And some people are probably going to be mad at me for making this video. But hey, the truth hurts. So, when I was, actually this was about 7 years ago, I took a class in college that ultimately changed my life. And the reason why it changed my life is because it changed my way of thinking. So when I enrolled in the class, I was a struggling college student and single mother, and I would have late papers, I would arrive to work late, I would stay up all night and not be able to really produce a good quality paper because I was tired and blah, 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 blah. And so when I would turn in my assignments, the professor would just mark up my paper, and I used to be so upset. And I was such a victim that I would blame everything on, oh, I had to work, oh, I was up all night, my son was crying, or I was so sad, struggling through I was going through a bad relationship, etc., blah, 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 right? Well, all that was not enough to validate, give a real reason why why it's okay for him to cut me some slack. Doesn't make any sense. I was such a victim and I didn't even realize it. And I always wanted to be successful, but I just felt that life was so hard because of all of my circumstances, because I grew up and I didn't have the resources that everyone else had, and because I was a single mom and I was all on my own, and I just felt like because of everything that I was going through that I needed a break. And let me tell you, in life, it doesn't work that way. Nope. The only breaks that you get are the one that you create. And that's just that. You have to be a creator. The most successful people today, they are creators. They have created something, or they have created the opportunity to do something. And in order to be a creator, the first step is for you to take responsibility for your life. Every single thing that happens to you and that has happened to you, you need to take full responsibility for that and say, this is what has happened. I will not let whatever happened define me. I will take control of it, and I will not, stay in the past and let that define who I am going to be in the future. So the next thing that you have to do is you have to make a plan. And no, actually, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision to be able to be brave and start to think differently. You have to put yourself in a position where you have to kind of challenge your mentality, because your mentality is what's gotten you where you are right now. And so it doesn't matter where you have came from. What matters is where you want to go. So in order to change your way of thinking, you need to surround yourself with different people. You absolutely have to. And some people think that this is so difficult. No, it's not. All you have to do is just do the opposite of every single thing that you've been doing. So, for example, I love traveling. I absolutely love traveling. And the biggest reason why I love traveling is because I experienced so many new cultures that opened my mind up to so many new ideas, which when I get back to the States, I just think differently about so much, which helps me ultimately get a better understanding of the world, why things work, why things can't work, and what needs to happen in order for them to work. So you need to, number one, you have to take responsibility of your life. Number two, you have to be open to thinking differently. And number three, you have to decide what to get rid of. What do I need to do? What in my life is not working? Start there. What is not working? You need to look at that and get rid of it. Number two, what is working? Whatever working stays. So you just need to throw out the old, put in some new. And what happens through this process is everything begins to get really fuzzy. You just kind of it feels so unfamiliar to you. So things just kind of because you know you've been in this comfort zone for so long, and you're like stepping outside of yourself, and you feel so uncomfortable that you're just so like, you know, you want to go back. But let me tell you, right then and there, when you feel that like that discomfort, that means that you are stepping outside of the old self and stepping into the new self, and that's where you want to be, right? So in order to do that, like, you have to constantly remind yourself when things get tough, when things don't feel right. Like, why did you decide to make this decision? Was it for the better or was it for the worst?